Right. Then using a surge protection protects the computer from high voltage current and lighting. Controls the flow of high voltage current to to the devices and sends it to the earth. Normally we use surge protection when the lightning is there. So it prevents the light in lightning situations. It prevents the voltage coming through that surge protecting device. So it is also prevention of high voltage. So we can use three types of things that it will prevent high voltages to our computer. Those are what?
UPS use
surge protection.
Yes. UPS normally used for power failures, right? For high voltages we use fuse, MCB and what? Surge protection for high voltages. Got it?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Shall we write some note?
Okay, sir.
Right. Take down the topic, security of the computer. Jaswin, are you okay?
Yes, sir.
Right. Security of the computer.
Sir, අපි let's protect computer system කියලා ලියන්න ඕනේද?
Let's protect computer system කියලා ලියන්න අවශ්‍ය නැහැ. මෙහෙම ලියමු. We need to take necessary actions. I'll give you a PDF of lesson number 1 and 2 by next week, right? You can refer that PDF also, PDF document, and you can use it as a short note. So there will be two notes that you can refer, the notes that you are writing and my note I will share with you. What I said?
To take necessary action.
We have to take necessary actions to prevent from harmful things, prevent from harmful things, of our computer. Harmful things of our computer. For our computer. Therefore, we need to yes. Protect our computer. Protect our computer. Hardware and software.
Protect our computer එක ඉඳන් පොඩ්ඩක් කියන්න සාරා.
Protect our Robodini මොකද්ද මං කිව්වේ?
Protect our computer hardware and software.
Protect our computer hardware and software. So you can draw this diagram. So security of the computer system, hardware security and software security. Hardware security and software security.
Okay, sir.
Right. Okay, then take it as in the textbook. Let's protect the computer hardware. Let's protect the computer hardware. So you can write down some kind of hardwares. Monitor, keyboard, RAM, cooling fan, DVD, hard disk. So you can write this as for some examples for computer hardware. You can write down some examples. ප්‍රබෝධිනී අර ටික අපි කලින් කරලා තිබ්බනම් 100 දාන්න තිබ්බ නේද? නේ ලේසියව නේද?
Oh, sir.
You want to write the definition, you can write the definition also. A physical component of the computer that you can touch and see is called hardware. I will give you the note as a slideshow as well. So you can easily refer to that slides later.
Okay, sir.
Right, good.
Finish, sir.
Okay,
Done, sir.
done. Jashwin,
Done, sir.
right, good. Now we're going to write down the possible hardware security issues. Right? You can write down. We have discussed these things. Main ways that cause damages to our hardware devices. It is important to repeat these things, right? It is better to write down those things in your textbooks, in your books very clearly. එතකොට තමයි හොඳට මතක හිටින්නේ. Keep the notes very clearly, huh? Main ways that cause damages to our hardware devices. Sudden flow of high voltage current, sudden power failure. There are two kinds of power problems. Power failures and sudden flow of high voltages. Overheat inside the system unit. Dust gathering on the computer hardware accessories. And dust gathering and insects. There can be damages from the insects. Karapotto, Uno, computer cursor ring ගන්න පුළුවන්. ගොඩක් වෙලාවට හූනෝ තමයි දෙන්නේ වැඩේ. Sometimes high voltage comes from the network cable also. Network cable එකනොත් high voltages එන්න පුළුවන්.
සර් ලයිටනින් වලිමුත් එන්නේ හයි වෝල්ටේජ් එකක්ද?
Yes, lighting වලින් high voltage එකක් එන්නේ. ලයිටනින් වල අපිට ලයිටනින් වල high voltage එකක් එන එක දර අපි කිව්වේ search protection ගැන. search protection එකකින් කරන්නේ lightning වලින් එන high voltage එක එයා earth කරනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ earth එකට යවනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ පොළව හරහා යවනවා. එතකොට අපේ කම්පියුටර් එකට damage වෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඒක earth වෙනවා. ඒ high voltage එක earth වෙනවා. ඒකයි search protection එකේ අරකේ වෙනස. දැන් search protection එක ගොඩක් වෙලාවට use කරන්නේ lightning වලදී. මොකද එයා කෙලින්ම මේ lightning වල එන high voltage එක earth කරනවා. එතකොට අපේ කම්පියුටර් එක පැත්තට ඒක එන්නේ නැහැ. fuse එක සහ MCB එක ඒක සාමාන්‍යයෙන් lightning වලදී නෙමෙයි use කරන්නේ. සාමාන්‍යයෙන් normal line එකේ අපි දැන් සාමාන්‍ය electricity board එකෙන් වෙන්න පුළුවන් මේ high voltage එක. ඒ කියන්නේ අපි 33000 line එකෙන් වෙන්න පුළුවන් high voltage එකක්. සමහර ලාට එහෙම වෙනවා. සමහර අවස්ථාවල් තියෙනවා සමහර පැතිවල ගෙවල් ඔක්කොගෙම ඉලෙක්ට්‍රික් අයිටම්ස් පිච්චෙනවා. ඒ ලයින් එකෙන්ම එනවා හයි වෝල්ටේජ් එකක්. ඒ වගේ වෙලාවට තමයි යූස් කරන්නේ ෆියුස් සහ MCB. සර්ච් ප්‍රොටෙක්ෂන් එක ලයිට්නින් වගේ වෙලාවල් තමයි යූස් කරන්නේ. Okay.
No, sir.
You can write as it in the board, right? So it will be very clear for you. So there are two electricity problems. One is power failure. One is high voltage. For power failures, we use UPS. High voltage, there are two kinds of high voltage, from the main power source and from lightning. For lightning, we use surge protection. From power comes from a main source. We use fuse and MCBs. Then you can write under UPS what are the benefits of using the UPS. Then under fuse and MCB, what are the benefits? Under surge protection, board එක පේනව නේද?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Sir, ඒකට topic එකක් නැද්ද?
Topic එක තමයි precautionary method to protect physical components. නැත්තම් මේව ලියා ගන්නකො ඒක ඕනෙත් නැහැ. Steps that can be taken to minimize the damages caused to the computer by electricity. Right? These are physical damages. Those days there were no MCBs. MCB කියලා mini circuit breakers තිබ්බ නෑ ඉස්සර තිබ්බේ fuse. Fuse එක අපි පිච්චුනොත් ඒකේ fuse එක replace කරනවා. MCB එකේ තියෙන breaker එකක්. ඒකේ fuse එක ඒ කියන්නේ breaker එකේ අර මේ අපි ගෙවල් වල බලන්න trip switch එකත් එක්ක තියෙනවා breakers වගේක්. high voltage එකක් ආවම මේ breakers පල්ලෙහාට වැටෙනවා. ඊට පස්සේ අපි ඒක උඩට උස්සුවන් පස්සේ තමයි ආයි normal voltage එකක් මේ කියන්නේ normal ආයි current එක එන්නේ. ඒව තමයි MCB. නේද? ගෙදරට lightning එනකොට මේ high voltage එනකොට සමහරලාට breakers off වෙනව නේද?
Oh, sir.
Hmm.
Yes, sir.
එතකොට මේ points ටික ලියාගන්න මේ එක එක devices යටතේ තියෙන points ටික ලියාගන්න. MCB is a replacement of fuse. Fuse එක වෙනුවට පාවිච්චි කරන එක තමයි MCB එක කියන්නේ. ඒතර දෙකෙන්ම එකම කාර්යය සිද්ධ වෙන්නේ. එතකොට මතක තියාගන්න fuse එක MCB එක සාමාන්‍යයෙන් high voltages වලට තමයි use වෙන්නේ. Surge protection එක high voltages තමයි, especially from the lightning. එතකොට high voltage එකක් ආවත් surge protection එකෙන් protect වෙනවා. මොකද lightning කියන්නේ high voltage එකක් නිසා.
Done, sir.
Good. එතකොට එක එක devices වලට අදාළව points ටික ලියාගත්තද?
excuse sir, අපි Facebook එකේ තියෙන ඒවා ලියන්න ඕනේද?
Yes, yes. ඒ points ටික ලියාගන්න.
හා sir. Done, sir.
Okay. Others?
Done, sir.
Okay. Others? Jaswin Netuli.
Sir, I have done.
Right. Jaswin?
Yes, sir. I have done.
Right. Okay. Now, that's all about protecting the computer from electricity. So, what is the device that we can use to protect computer from power failure?
UPS.
Not the CPU, UPS. වචන පටලවා ගන්න එපා. මටත් ඉස්සෙල්ලා පැටලුණා ඔක. UPS. Uninterrupted power supply. So from UPS we can protect the computer from power failures, right? So what are the devices that we can use, or what are the equipments that we can use to protect the computer from high voltages? What are the equipments that we can use?
MSB. Fuse.
Fuse, MCB. Yes. What about surge protection? So surge protection also can be used to protect the computer from high voltages. Yes, both three equipments we can use to protect computer from high voltages. Okay. All the three we can use to protect from high voltage. Especially surge protection used to protect computer from high voltage plus what? Lightning. High voltage plus lightning. What is the equipment that the fuse replaced by what? Fuse replaced by what?
MCB.
Yes,
MCB.
MCB. ඒ කියන්නේ fuse එක වෙනුවට දැන් පාවිච්චි කරන එක තමයි MCB එක කියන්නේ. fuse එක replace වෙලා තියෙනවා MCB එකෙන්. fuse නැතුව නෙමෙයි, fuse උත් තියෙනවා. නමුත් fuse වෙනුවට දැන් ගොඩක් පාවිච්චි කරනවා MCB කියන එක. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now we are going to discuss to minimize the overheating what we can do. To minimize the overheating what we can do. Right? When the environment is hot, that means the room that the computer is, right? We can install air conditioner to that room. Let's say to the laboratory. School management can decide whether needs to be installed a AC air conditioner to the laboratory. If it is in an office, the office management can decide whether they are going to install air conditioner to their office because there are computers, right? For the computers, the air conditioner is very important when they are running long hours, right? When we use 2 or 3 hours, it's okay. But when they are running 24 hours or continuously they are running, it is better to install a air conditioner. Then we can install cooling fans inside the computer. Fixing cooling fans on the devices which are get heated highly inside the computer. You can see on the CPU there is a cooling fan. Yes, on the CPU, on the central processing unit or on the processor, there is a cooling fan because the process is overheating when it runs continuously. Better to have a cooling fan on the CPU. So normally the manufacturer of the computers normally fix a cooling fan on the CPU to control the heat generated by the CPU. Additionally, they install some cooling fans inside the computer to control the overall heat inside the system unit. To control the overall heat in system unit. So therefore we can install cooling fans. So there are two options. We can install a air conditioner, not inside the computer, inside the room. Air conditioner අපේ computer එක ඇතුළට හයි කරන්න බෑ නේද? So we can install a air conditioner to the room or to the laboratory or to the office that the computer is installed. So we can use cooling fan inside the system unit or on the CPU, right? Those are the steps that we can get to control the overheating inside the computer, right? Then steps that can be taken to protect the computer from physical harm. Physical harm, right? Physical harm is it is essential to keep the computer laboratory clean and tidy in order to protect it from physical harm such as dust gathering, high moisture, and insects maintenance. For the sums that we can follow the shown follows, right? So there can be a harm from dust gathering and high moisture. That means වතුර වැටුනොත් computer එකට නැත්නම් keyboard එකට නැත්නම් moisture content එක වැඩි වුණොත් computer එක ඇතුලේ මොකක් කරේ විදියකින් system unit එකට වතුර වැටුනොත් so circuits short circuit වෙන්න පුළුවන් අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම computer එක damage වෙන්න පුළුවන්. So control කරන්න ඕනේ අපිට insects ලගෙන් rats ලා වෙන්න පුළුවන්. We have to get the precautionary actions against that kind of things. What we can do is, right, if it is a laboratory or if it is a house use computer, we can remove the shoes before entering to the location. Remove shoes or slippers before entering to the location. So the main point that the dust comes to the place is from our legs, from our shoes, from our slippers. Therefore, it's better to remove the shoes or slippers before entering to the computer room. Normally, I think in your laboratories in the school, you have to remove the shoes before entering to the laboratory. Is it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. To prevent dust coming to the computer room. That's the reason. So avoid foods and drinks inside the lab, inside the computer room. Prevent food and drinks. What will happen when you take the foods inside the room?
Coming inside insects.
Yes.
In the lab, insects are coming.
Yes, insects are coming. It's normal thing. When food is there, definitely insects will be there. So need to prevent those kind of foods take into the computer room and prevent taking water into the room, right? Then prevent rats and insects entering into the room. So the path, the ways that the rats and insects coming to the room, we have to close properly. We have to close the doors properly. We have to close the windows properly. So we need to make sure that there are no any ways to enter to mouses or rats inside the computer room, right? So we have to keep the lab or computer room very clean and tidy. So we have to maintain the computer room clearly. We have to remove the dust. We have to mop and need to clean the area in order to prevent dust, right? So as we told earlier, we can use air conditioners inside the room. Therefore, it will lead to prevent dust coming to the computer room. Those are the steps that we can get to prevent dust and insects inside the computer room, right? So these are the things that we have discussed. By entering the lab without a footwear, the computer lab can be kept free of sand and dust. Dust gathering on the computer circuits can be prevented by cleaning all the computers inside the lab at least once in every 3 months. මාස 3කට පාරක්වත් computer room එක හොඳට clean කරන්න එක හොඳයි. එතකොට dust වලින් prevent වෙනවා computer එක. Taking food in the lab can attract insect like ants to the food's particular particles fall on the ground. So it is definitely ants will be there when food fall into the ground, right? So need to prevent taking the foods inside the laboratory, food and water. That is moisture in the laboratory may cause short circuit. වතුර වැටුනොත් එහෙම circuit එකකට නැත්නම් motherboard එකට නැත්නම් system unit එකට නැත්නම් keyboard එකට ඒවා short circuit වෙලා වැඩ කරන්නේ නැතුව යනවා. Those are the things that we can prevent from dust and insects inside the computer. Right? You can write down this steps that can be taken into minimize overheating inside the computer. We can install a AC machine and we can fix cooling fan inside the system unit. Those are the two things that we can do to minimize the heat inside the computer. Install a AC machine and fix a cooling fan inside the system unit. Steps that can be taken to minimize overheating inside the computer. Install air condition.
Sir,
Yes.
seminar ලියන්න දුන්නද?
ඔව් මෙන්න මේ ටික ලියන්න ඕන. Steps that can be taken to minimize the overheating inside the computer.
Okay, sir.
This one. This one, and you have to write these 2 points. Install air conditioner, fix cooling fan inside the computer. No need to write a whole word. You can write install air conditioners in the computer laboratory. So you know that is used to control the heat or heat. Fixing cooling fans. Inside the system unit or the device on the devices that are highly heat. CPU එක උඩ cooling fan එක fix කරලා තියෙන එක සාමාන්‍ය normally overheat වෙන device එකක්. Therefore there is a cooling fan on the CPU. Other subtopic, protect the computer from physical harm. Protect the computer from physical harm. I'll tell you what to write in protecting computer from physical harm. Only write the topic and I will tell you the content. Examples for physical harm. Examples for physical harms. First on dust gathering. Second on high moisture. Third one, insects maintenance. Examples for physical harms.
සර් අපි මේ chart එක අඳින්න ඕනේ.
chart එක අත්‍යවශ්‍යම නැහැ. point form එකෙන් අපි ලියා ගමු. Right? Examples for physical harms ලිවන්නේ නේද?
Yes sir.
Right. Then, so steps that we can get or steps that we can follow to protect computers from the physical harms. Steps that we can follow to protect the computer from physical harm. Now you know what are the physical harms are: dust gathering, high moisture, and insects maintenance. Those are the physical harms. Steps that we can get or that we can follow to protect the computer from physical harm. Right? Then point one, you can write first one. First one, enter to the computer room without footwear. Enter to the computer room without footwear. First one. Second one, clean computers regularly. Clean computers regularly. Clean computers regularly. Within bracket, once in every 3 months. Clean computers regularly. Within bracket, once in 3 months. මාස 3කට සැරයක්. Clean computers regularly. Prevent taking foods into the computer room. Prevent taking foods into the computer room. Prevent taking foods into the computer room and prevent taking water or liquid. It can be any liquid. Prevent taking liquid or water into the computer room. Prevent taking water or any liquid into the computer room. So from those kind of things, we can protect our computers from physical harm. By preventing foods inside the room, we know that we can control the insects, right? By preventing water or liquid, we can prevent from moisture levels. That means the moisture inside the computer lab or computer room. We can control the moisture. Last one. Use the air conditioner wherever possible. Use the air conditioner wherever possible. So from that, we can prevent dust gathering by using a air conditioner. Speed එක වැඩි නම් කියන්න, ලියාගෙන බැලුනොත් කියන්න. Last one. Use air conditioners wherever possible. From those kind of things, we can protect our computer from physical harms. ඉවර නම් කියන්න.
ඉවරයි sir. I have done.
Yes. Okay. Devan, Yashwin.
ඉවරයි sir.
Right. Yashwin.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right. Now, last one, we have to protect the computer from theft. There can be there may be theft that from the theft we have to protect our computer. So what we need to do is we need to properly close the doors or lock them properly. We have to lock the doors properly, lock the windows properly, right? So sometimes we can lock the system unit separately. So system unit can be locked properly. Sometimes some companies or laboratories, they are locking the system unit. So the system unit is the most important part of the computer. That's why they lock the system unit. Right? Then use CCTV cameras. Right? From those kind of things, we can protect the computer from theft. Right? This last thing, steps that can be taken to protect from theft, you write your own, and in addition to that, those are in the book. You can write whatever you think. What are the actions that we can take to prevent from theft? Are there any other things other than the things that are mentioned in the book? Right? You can think and write what are the steps that we can take to prevent accessing theft to the computer room. Right? That is all about protecting our hardware devices from various kind of things. Okay. So you need to write fourth one on your own. Protecting computer from theft. Right. That's all for today. Do you have any questions, dear? Yes or no?
No, sir. No,
Right.
sir.
Okay, then shall we meet next Tuesday?
Okay, sir.
Then we'll discuss about how to protect computer softwares from different kind of things, right? Okay. For today, Jashwin, I will give you the records, past lessons. If you need to clarify anything, you can ask, right? මොනාරි තිබ්බොත් මට කතා කරන්න මේ text එකක් හරි දාන්න.
Okay, sir.
Right. Okay, then good night, everyone. Thank you. Have a nice week.
Good night, sir. Thank you, sir.
Right.